Hey guys, day 6 here of Numerology and Tarot. It's a good day. We have been without water for 4 days in Mexico, and the water finally came back in. There was a water main break, and so I finally had a shower, which feels amazing. So we are coming in all fresh and clean and ready for our reading today. So super excited. So just to reflect a little bit on yesterday, I'm just wondering what kind of experience you guys had as we were talking about that two energy, um, and just really doubling down right on that two. What were the connections or the conversations that you were having, and what were the patterns in the narrative that maybe you noticed? Are you telling old stories, right? Is there words that you use on a regular basis to kind of just describe an experience? Is there a normal way of thinking? Is there point A to point B and back again? So even if maybe the person at point B, so when we're talking about conversations, so say I went out and I had 3 individual conversations yesterday, am I kind of on repeat with the same narrative, the same story, the same descriptors or the same felt sense as I'm moving through, versus really tapping in and getting in? We can all tell when somebody's talking to us kind of from their script, right? Versus what are they actually experiencing in the moment at that time. So 3 energy is coming in today. We have 3 energy and we've got Ace of Spades. So again, like the spades is that you're doing your work, right? You're having to get in there because it's not easy to live from your passions and lead with your desires and things like that. A lot of times we can tend to get into those ruts in our day. And so for me, I really saw the 3 energy as a person today. It had this big personality. So in the 2, there can be a lot of comfort, right? Because there's a predictability often especially when I was saying that you're going to somebody that you feel comfortable sharing your dreams with, or new thoughts, or difficult feelings. So there's a comfort in that. And in that as well, there can be that complacency that comes with the conversation of just kind of repeating, knowing that they're going to be there to listen no matter what, or going to support you, or they'll pick you up by saying something positive. The 3 energy, I feel like, so you have the 2, and I feel like the 3 kind of comes busting through the door with like the crystal tiara and the feather boa and the sparkly glasses, and is like, what's up, motherfuckers? And is just like, it's time to party. It's this creative, expansive, dynamic energy that comes in that is ready to shake some shit up. So it can be that the 2 people are sitting there and are like, who in the world is this? And they sit back and they like, we want nothing to do with this. Like, I hope she leaves. There's the door, see you later. Or it could be that you just kind of look with a little bit of curiosity, like, this is not my MO, but might be fun. Do you have an extra boa? So how is it that you can kind of embrace or entertain this new energy? Even if it isn't a personality that you're gonna take on for your own, how can you kind of try on little pieces of it? Maybe it's not the boa, maybe it's the glasses, right? Like maybe it's just that you choose something of color today. So that's funny, just as I touch this. So my son gave me this necklace today, and I normally wear very black or blue, or very kind of, toned down colors. And even with this being purple, it's like, but the silver felt very shiny. I know it sounds stupid, but, and I was like, I'm gonna wear it anyway. And so things like that, like put on something a little bit sparkly today, put on, whether it's something that you wear, or try a different narrative, try telling a different story. How is it that you can speak from a place of a different sense of possibility? Because with the Ace of Spades, this is that newness, that rebirth, that transformation energy of like, okay, if we're gonna do the work for planting seeds and having these difficult conversations, like, why are we gonna plant a seed just to create the same thing over and over and over again? So there's a desire in that seed that you've planted that is something that doesn't already exist in your life. So that takes looking at it at a different perspective. And sometimes it's something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. So you might notice as well that in this trying on of things, that, like I said, it feels uncomfortable. Like wearing the glitter glasses feels weird, but notice how it feels to have that on, how you feel. Notice how it feels when you have a conversation from that place with someone else. Does it elicit a different type of conversation? Is there a different energy to the essence of the conversation that you're having now? Is there more of a sense of possibility, or is there an expansiveness because you're actually speaking to what that seed is, that heart's desire that you have, versus that old narrative of like why it can't happen or the obstacles that are in the way? It's like, how can you embrace the circumstances that you're in, make the best of it, and add a little like spicy sauce to it to figure out how to create a new concoction, you know? All these crazy metaphors going everywhere. So as you guys know, I can go on forever about this stuff, but it just reminded me. So I had a Reiki client that I was talking to one time when it comes to the power of words and hearing something different. It came in that someone had called her delightful. And the way that made her feel was like such a new experience. And she was like, oh, just love the idea of being thought of as being delightful. That's just wonderful. And then yesterday, actually, I was doing a yearly forecast, and the word abundance came up, but not in the material sense, but as the person being abundant. And he was like, wow, actually, that's the second time somebody's used that word in reference to me. And it's like, start noticing these things, because often we get in our ruts and we don't notice the beauty that is within. And that's what I love about this work, is like, I see the beauty in you, and I love that my job is to articulate it. I get to tell you, you know, whether it's the essence of your ruling number or whatever it is, all these different things. It's like, that's what you need, is people in your life that can show you the beauty that already exists. It's like just letting it kind of come out. And so like with the 2 energy, it's really picking and choosing the people. Don't let it be like the naysayers coming in telling you something. Choose and have it be people that you know that are supporters and that are going to help you find the way to manifest, to bring to light all these desires and hopes and dreams that you have for yourself, or goals, whatever it is. Maybe it's a practical job, you know, manifestation that you're looking for. So anyway, let's see what the tarot card is for today. I just think it's hard. This helps me to look at things from a new perspective. Okay. All right, and I show you guys these cards because what comes in for me might be different than what comes in for you when you see something like this. And so 7 of Wands, we've talked about 7 a little bit because, like I said, it's a 7 energy year, which is all about like tapping into trust, faith, taking action. And through action, you get clarity. So you might have your sparkly glasses on and your boa and not know where the hell you're going. Where's the party? Well, I don't know, but let's start walking that way because I can hear the music. So it's that kind of energy. And what's interesting is with the 7 here, like I said with the naysayers, look who your supporters are. All these, it's kind of like she's sitting in there in her essence, really in her power, in that solar plexus energy here, right? She's centered. She is also kind of looking away. So there's not this direct, like, I'm doing this as a show. There is this inner centeredness that it is for her own experience, but somebody's always got something to say, right? So you have all of these people here that are witnessing this expansion and experience of her being within her power, being within her own energy. There's always one of the damn naysayers, right? That's going to be there, but use that, what is that, for fodder, like whatever. When you're using that as to kind of propel you forward, because sometimes they're it's irrelevant what people say, right? Like, don't come into the ring unless you're doing the work yourself, kind of thing. And you can totally dismiss. Sometimes people have things to say that are worth considering and may help bring in that different perspective. So with that though, what I see in this card is allow yourself to be deeply aligned, allow yourself to trust and have faith in yourself, and know that if you make, with the 7, it can be this hard left turn, right? It can be that we're like going along and like, oh, actually, I don't want to go this way anymore. I want to make a hard left. I want to go where the party is. I want to go where the music is, and it looks like fun over there. I'm going to try that out. And so, but it comes from this place of self-trust versus it being that you're being told to go in that way. So it needs to be that you're centered and coming from a place of true integrity within your own being. You aren't compromising, right? You're knowing that you're stepping forward, coming from a place of knowing within yourself, but maybe not knowing what the next steps are, and that's okay. Sometimes it's not so much important how. Often it's not important how, or knowing exactly the steps that we have to take or what has to happen in the full picture. It's kind of knowing where we are, knowing where we want to go, and then following that essence. The energy, the things that align with that energy that you've noticed within you that you're wanting to cultivate. So how can you move? It might be that one party has one kind of music, the other party has another, and there's one music that resonates more for you. So even if you are headed in this direction, there's still choices to make as you move down. So not feeling like it's that overwhelming importance that you have to make the perfect decision right now that has all the details figured out. Just start heading in the direction. Put on your fun glasses, put on your boa, let yourself sparkle, and then see where it takes you, because it will pull in and attract different types of people, different types of conversations, and different felt senses within yourself that makes different things feel possible. So I'm so excited to see how this comes up for you guys. There's a lot of me talking in this. Usually when I do stuff, we're talking back and forth when I'm doing reports and things. So please, in the comments, let me know, what's landing for you. Does this stuff resonate? Where are you seeing it reflected back to you in your day? Or even where is it creating different conversations, even within yourself, even if it isn't something that maybe you're discussing with other people or maybe necessarily experiencing in the physical world. But sometimes it just starts in this internal process. So I'm excited to hear. Please share, whether in the comments or I'm getting lots of just private DMs and seeing how you guys are feeling and experiencing this along with me. And it's wonderful. I just love it. So thank you so much. All right, bye.